Ladies and gentlemen, SSGL here back with another split screen usage poll report, audio video podcast style. And this time we're going to be talking about the latest entry to the Call of Duty franchise, Modern Warfare. This game was released on October the 25th last year, 2019, by Infinity Ward to generally favored reviews despite the controversy surrounding his campaign. I remember when this game was first launched that there was something about the campaign that caused controversy. It was his realism, I gathered, but when it comes to specifics, I didn't know about that, until I came back and checked the game while I was doing this poll, and most of the controversies surround the main campaign. Something about child soldiers being present, and something about how Russia was represented of some aspects of it. But those are the highlights. There was a controversy that did spill into the multiplayer, and that is why phosphorus works. I think what's going on here is that many people were surprised that on one hand the campaign tried to be as realistic as possible, but then on the other hand the way why phosphorus works is like not really realistic at all, and some people were confused. That's what I understand is going on here. But on to the subject at hand. The poll here in question started 1 month after the game's initial release and lasted for about 2.5 months before GameFAQs.com archived it. Now, like I just said, the poll over there is closed, but you should see on the top right corner of your screen a YouTube poll card containing the same polling options. So if you want to have your say how much you use split screen in Modern Warfare, you can by tapping on that poll card, which contains the same polling options. But as you can see here, the poll results on Xbox, I gathered 53 votes, and over at the PlayStation, more than double, 101 votes. And yes, polls, split screen polls about Call of Duty games usually turn out to have the lowest amount of people using said feature, and this one is no exception. There were some under the PlayStation forums. I got 11 votes, that's it, 75%, and then 6 and 6 for the 150%. But all in all, definitely not as much as other games, definitely not as much as the one that I did not long ago, Borderlands 3. But yes, but when it came to the discussion that this polls generated, one reason for the low turnout definitely was because in addition to the multiplayer, the normal multiplayer, this game came with a co-op mode that this time did not have split screen. I remember playing the co-op mode of Modern Warfare 3. Remember, that consisted of waves and waves of enemies that you had to defeat. Between waves, you had an opportunity to buy weapons from like terminals that were positioned in strategic areas of the maps. And that was the extent of it. Now the co-op here is more structured because we're dealing with side missions. So there are objectives present. There is a little bit of a side story and all that, most likely to expand upon the main campaign. And I'm thinking that could be the reason why there is no split screen on this particular co-op, because I suppose, programming bots to follow certain patterns or stuff so that the stories or the missions make sense is a little bit more difficult, and the main campaign itself doesn't have split screen. So I guess that could be the reason. Which means that only the normal multiplayer is the only part of the game that has split screen support, and is for 2, not for 4, in comparison with the previous entry, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Yes, the normal multiplayer have only split screen for 2, but in addition to that, you had zombies for 4-player split screen, and the big surprise, the Battle Royale mode itself, Blackout, which has split screen for 2. So you got 3 options there in comparison to just 1 here. And yeah, I am well aware that there were some people that were very disappointed that the co-op here didn't have split screen. So as a result, the only part of the game that has split screen is the normal multiplayer. So that could have been a factor in the low turnout that we have here. And that is pretty much the extent of it. Oh, and one more thing. Speaking about Battle Royale, it has come to my attention that there is in fact a Battle Royale mode coming to Modern Warfare, but I suspect that it won't have split screen, unlike Blackout, which means that once again only the normal multiplayer is the one that's going to have split screen here in Modern Warfare. I really don't think that the BR here and that's coming to Modern Warfare is going to have split screen. I'm going to be very, very much surprised if it does. All things considered, we were quite lucky that Blackout has split screen. That was a very, very much surprise. It was the first BR ever to have that feature, and now we have Fortnite with that feature. Another big surprise that I didn't saw coming. So, but yes, that is the extent of it, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, like I said before, there is a YouTube poll card here that will allow you to cast your vote on how much you use split screen in this particular title, and if you want to elaborate, feel free to do that in the discussion box below. This is SSGL, and until the next time, people, peace out everybody.